Alright everybody, let's get on into the game. Hello everyone, it's me, it's Mr. 789, known for his horribly choreographed dick jokes on the beautiful day of February 3rd, 2017. At least I hope it is February 3rd. I have no way of confirming that, so just trust me. If it's not February 3rd, make it February 3rd. Anyways, we have a nice TvZ to do something to your day, wherever you may be in this large globe of ours. Spawning the top right-hand position of Proxima Station. Representing our red Zerg player, it is OGGHI, representing Psionic Aftermath. And his Terran nemesis, the blue Terran, spawning in the bottom left-hand position of Proxima Station, it is eaccea. And, you know, I should have thought how to pronounce this before the game, because eaccea really, I mean, maybe there's something backwards. Eaccea. No, it's equally confusing. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to call him Erex. No, that grosses me out. We're going to call him Excess. We're going to call him Excess. Seems as though the music shift agrees with me. Oh, you're going to go ahead and go for that hatch first into the spawning pool. Or, gas rather, hatch gas pool, fairly standard stuff, you don't need me to tell you what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, our friend eaccea is, I'm not gonna say eaccea is going for the standard barracks into the gas. And yeah, just gonna be a Reaper expand for him, I predict, so nothing too fancy to start this game off. And let's take a minute and absorb the game. What has been going on with me? Yeah, that's what everyone doesn't want to know. I just had a nice piece of filleted salmon, put it on the pan, grilled it one side, and then did it the other side, and it tasted delicious. So my breath kind of smells of salmon at the moment. It's not like you can know that, or you would have any way of knowing that, because, you know, you can't smell that, unfortunately, unless you're watching this in the future where they have smell-o-vision computers, in which case, I am sorry, but at least you know it is well-seasoned salmon. Anyway, Reaper is on its way for our friend Excess. The Queen is on the way as well. Eaccea saying hi. Hi. It's a bit late for that, but whatever. It looks like this Reaper is not going to make it in time to go ahead and molest this hatchery. Good luck, have some fun. Alright, a little bit delayed in the good manners, but you know what? It is never too late to have good manners in Starcraft, so Avalo, if you're watching this, there is a redemption for you yet. Looks like couplings are finishing on up. Should be able to reap off this Reaper pretty easily, peasily, schmeasily. Proxima Station is a really big two-player map, so it takes... Oh, why'd the music die out? Was it something I said? Probably was something I said. Ooh, this Ning's actually gonna get caught up by the Reaper. Probably can... Ooh, oh, what? What do you do? What? Oh, at least those. Okay, I mean, come on. At this point, it's just kind of gratuitous. There we go. Reaper finally figures out what is going on. And it looks like what is going on is OGGHI is sending around 6-ish lings across the map. Actually, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-ish lings. 12? Did I count that right? Yes, I counted that correctly. Looks like OGGHI wants to put on some pressure. I don't know if that's the right call, because most Terrans are walled off by this point. And the thing about Paladino or Proxima Station is that the base is here, not there. So, unfortunately, there for OGGHI, he did miss out around 7-ish, 6-ish workers. Well, more like 5-ish, 6-ish workers in order for a whole lot of nothing. So, kind of sucks there for OGGHI. Not too horrible, but yeah, it's never going to do anything with these things. It could have been drones, but that is a-okay. Meanwhile, factory coming on down, as well as a Baneling's nest. Spawning pool has finished on up. Yeah, that's like pretty old news. Spawning pool is finished on up. And actually, this Baneling nest, I wonder if he's going to try to Baneling bust our friend eaccea. Yes, yeah. What did I say I was gonna call it? Eaccea. No, eaccea. We'll call him eaccea. Link's gonna go ahead and rotate onto the spot portion of the map. Gonna try to knock down these debris, but we all know how much of an eternity that takes. The answer is all of it. Baneling Nest is gonna finish on through, so if he really wanted to, he could Baneling bust this debris, but I think there are not enough Banelings in the world to knock down these debris. They have 3 armor and a 2,000 health, so probably not the best place to use a Baneling. These Marines did pick off an overload that was over here. Good pick up by eaccea and 8 drones and a layer on the way, realizing that this aggression may just not be working out for him. So there we go, nice drones on the way. Feels good, man, when you see that this drone lane that was kind of saturated gets fully saturated. It's a nice feeling, it's a nice feeling. I'm not a Zerg player, but I suspect it's a nice feeling. These Banelings are going to go ahead and finish on up. There we go. Ooh, whoever says they watch Starcraft just for the plot, they are lying. Well, now I have Baneling fantasies. That's just fantastic. Gonna have to see how that plays out in my near future. Meanwhile, OGGHI is getting that layer only on 2 bases. I'm suspecting 2 base Muta. Since you really wanted 3rd base by now, So I don't see any other reason to go ahead and delay that, but it is gold/platinum-ish league. Probably nothing, can't really blame the players too much. It is a-okay. 4 more drones not finishing up production. It is 34-29 workers though, still running a deficit, unfortunately, is OGGHI. And with these gassers finishing up, it looks like he really wants that Spire tech, and looks like he's gonna go ahead and give up on breaking out these debris after the Marines look at it and say, well, that's just kind of silly. Oh, actually, good trade there. One Marine for 1 Baning and a lot of health on the other one. So definitely fine there from our friend Excess. Siege tank setting up, yeah, there's no way OGGHI is gonna break him. He needs to take a 3rd base or make a Spire ASAP. Preferably both. OGGHI is floating a lot of minerals. We all know what you can do with minerals. And we all know what happens when you don't spend your money. Remember, folks, you do not fight with resources in the game of Starcraft 2. You fight with armies. All the minerals in the world cannot help you if you cannot do anything with it. 2 very misfortunate overlords gonna go ahead and die next to each other. This one's gonna have a more horrible deaths because it has to smell the butt of this one. So, oh, actually, gonna go ahead and try to run away. Doesn't that look pretty? I think that looks pretty. Gonna go ahead and run away before he suffers the same fate. So it looks like, yeah, being a butt sniffer in this case saved this overlord's life. So if any of you are in the 2nd grade and have ever been called a butt sniffer of any sorts, just know that one bait may just save your damn life, or you'll just die anyways. You know what? Such is the life of an overlord. Gonna go ahead and blur out of existence, and this one's gonna get lost too. OGGHI really has to watch where he's rallying his overlords. And as I say that, oh boy, I mean, losing 3 overlords is definitely pretty horrible as a Zerg player. You definitely need... Okay, infestation coming down. Your guess is as good as mine. It's a good old 2 base Broodlord build. Oh man, I feel like I'm watching Wings of Liberty all over again. Though this wasn't really popular anytime, anywhere, so I'm gonna have to see how that works out. Gonna go ahead and position these overlords a bit more strategically. It looks like that one is rallied just to scout everything out, and these are just gonna go ahead and float in the dead space. Gonna have to see what they want to do there. Numitas Carapace now on the way. I just don't know, man. Spire is gonna finish up, but there's not too much gas. He has the minerals for 1300 or 13 mutalisks, but only the gas for 8. So gonna see how quickly those begin production. He does have enough larvae to go ahead and make those mutalisks, which he should be doing here any second now. Also, about that 3rd base, it is a 7-minute and 20-second mark, ladies and gentlemen. You're not a Terran player, OGGHI. Unfortunately, you cannot just slam that mule hammer for eternity like eaccea over here. You have to expand. You have to have a higher economy than your opposing player. But 9 swarm hosts! Oh, then what was the spire? I guess flying locust, so you get the spire, but that doesn't make any... I don't know, OGGHI. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I love that Jamaican swarm host. It's If I didn't know any better, I would say this for the Zavalo, but, you know, it is OGGHI, so I am very interested to see the pro traps. That explains the Numitas Carapace, that explains the overlords on the opposite sides of the map. He's going to do the good old Nidus Swarmhost play. Gonna go ahead and pop Nidus over there, Swarmhost into the main base, and then, or rather Locust into the main base, and then run the hell out. Nidus Swarm detected. Thank you, Observer Interface. One Nidus Swarm popping up over there. Queuing up another one over here, but you know, one Nidus Swarm can only be built at the time from a single Nidus network. Gonna go ahead and spawn it, and let's see eaccea's reaction as soon as he hears the scream. Oh, what does he do? We're on his player camera, and it looks like a whole lot of nothing. Yep, whole lot of nothing, folks. Alright. These swarmers are loaded up into the nest swarm. Yeah, it's gonna go ahead and load them out. You know what? Over the course of around 10 hours or so, these swarmers are gonna pay for themselves in gold and be more than worth it for not taking a 3rd base, which OGGHI definitely has the mirrors to do, so something I highly suggest. Locusts are being swarmed up around 18-ish of them. Gonna go ahead and swarm down on this tank from above, or not, actually. Yeah, okay. Look how quickly that tank dies. Locusts hit like trucks, in case you didn't know. OGGHI actually needed to focus down that siege tank. It's not quite dead yet, but the orbital command may just get killed anyway. And he's gonna get the siege tank, or not really, but still a lot of damage already being done there. 9 workers killed in that attack, and an orbital command. Alright, OGGHI, now with his operation, don't die to the Terran. We've all been in this position before. Just don't. The rules are really simple. Don't die to the Terran. Don't die to the Terran, you'll be in a fantastic position into the upcoming stage of the game. 7 more swarm hosts on the way. Looks like it's gonna be a mass swarm host defense. But there isn't really much statics. I mean, generally when you see this, like when someone's, you know, having a laugh and doing it, you see a lot of static defense, lots of spines, lots of sports to support those swarm hosts. But oh, I don't want to click on the minimap, but oh, so many locusts. And OGGHI actually, Ooh, Access not responding. Gonna lose a second orbital command. Eccea saying, wow, you can lift orbital. I don't know. Dirty Zerg. Clean it with the orbit. Oh boy, I'm gonna stop myself before I get out of control. Gonna go ahead and drop in the main base. His Access, I like this play. 4 more Swarmos are on the way. OGGHI is floating a lot of minerals. Definitely needs to throw up some static defense. I prefer a crap ton of spines. And this infestation pit is actually going to go down, so no more Swarmos for the time being. And yeah, ooh, actually only spawning over a couple of Locusts there. Locusts may have good DPS, but Marines also are good at shredding. But looks like that is going to be enough to force Eccea to boost on with his tail between his legs. 3 more command centers on the way. One there, and one there. One there. Okay. God damn it. Take me in some sort of sequential order when I click on this observer interface. The Locusts are still trying to defend. These Swarmers are being kept very busy with the defense at home. This is why I say you need this static defense, so it's like, you know, 8 Marines don't automatically force your whole army back. Look, these 4 Locusts gonna get absolutely burned down. Still, Marines have amazing DPS, but Locusts do too, but so do Marines. And now these Swarmers are caught horribly out of position. Gonna go ahead and have to retreat all of them. He may actually lose a decent amount here, but he does have a lot of Locusts about to pop. That should be enough to make the Marines scream with fear, or maybe they're just screaming because they're dying. I like to think it's a nice combination of both. Command centers have finished up for our friend Eccea. 92 to 118 total supply. OGGHI would be in a fantastic position with his huge bank, but he just can't spend it, so... Oh! He lost the medevac full of Marines. Well, that is never a good thing, obviously. OGGHI really needs to spend this money, like throw down 10 hatcheries. It's better than having 3,000 minerals in the bank and doing Zilturino with it and Zilturino plans of it. Locusts actually look pretty cool, don't they? Ah, and then they're dead, whatever. Yeah, gonna go ahead and unload the Locusts from this night room. I love this play from OGGHI. This is crazy, look at this. It's gonna fly over the space. Like, I don't even know how they're flapping their wings. It's space, there's no space. Is it space air? I'm guessing it is space air. Gonna go ahead and yes, does lift the buildings this time. Good play there from Eccea. Has a squadron of Thors, Liberators, Marines, and Marauders. Gonna go ahead and push on the 3rd base up. Oh, you're gonna have to see how that works out. And it looks like, yeah, these Locusts are going to time out. Not doing too much damage there, but look at all the workers killed for our friend. Okay, it is 24 to 36 total workers, 64 to 90 total army supply. OGGHI. Remember the game we were playing? Ah, that's one way to not win it. That is definitely one way to not win. Don't die to the Terran. He has to unload from the Nest Network right now. He scouted that, didn't he? And Access actually may just run all the way back home. You can't run back home. You've taken so much damage already. And actually, if OGGHI spawns his wave of Locusts, he may just get steamrolled by the front. By not having enough Locusts. Yeah, if these all pop their Locusts at once, Eccea can just lift up and go for the base race. And yep, they're all spawning at once. Actually leaving some for the defensive, so good play there by OGGHI. But meanwhile, Eccea is going to go ahead and move onto this 3rd base location. And a lot of liberation in one place. Pa-boop, ta-da. Lots of death happening. And it seems as though this 3rd base location is entirely forfeit, and maybe even a swarm house with all of its bubbled trypophobic backs. Ugh, look at it bubble and burst and ugh. And it looks like the Night Swarm isn't gonna know the Locust or the Swarm House just yet. Looks like he's going to see those. Actually, OGGHI has some over here. Did the Night Swarm die? No, the Night Swarm is still alive, so gonna go ahead and do some more counter damage. Locust swooping on in, gonna take care of that siege tank post-haste. But meanwhile, Eccea is slowly sieging his way into the main base. There are a lot of Liberators here, not much anti-air. And actually, I don't think these are enough Swarm House to spawn enough Locusts to take on the Marines, especially if they get kited. Gonna go ahead and try to run to Liberation. Oh, I think Eccea... interesting play there, picking up the Marines. I don't know if he should have stayed and fight it, because now he has much... Because now that gives OGGHI much more time to build a sizable anti-ground force, like 4 Corruptors. Oh, wait. Okay, I guess those are for the Liberators. That makes sense. There are 3 Vikings and a Thor in the air, so it looks like it's going to be a tough hold for OGGHI. It is still anybody's game, especially if OGGHI beats out these Swarm House. And yeah, this one is going to go down. Night Swarm, Night Swarm, not the Night Swarm, Night Swarm, going to go ahead and get explored. These Night Swarms now without a friend to go back to. Spawning some more Locusts, which are going to take out an okay amount of Marines. And as long as our friend OGGHI holds on, and he could be able to clean this up, Vikings actually getting shot down out of the sky by Corruptors and Liberators. No support of the Marines over there. 1 Thor with then 2 health points is what is left for the anti-air of our friend Eccea, as well as some Marines and very red Corruptors and Vikings. And it looks like, can he barely push through? It's going to be very close, but it looks like, yes, Eccea does get cleaned up. 3 Liberators is all that remains. The main base got ravaged, saying, whatever happened to my base, says our friend Eccea. I can tell him right now, he he just kind of got, you know, the Locust tore him apart. Looks like a lot of drones actually died there. 14, and this Marauder has not done that. And the rage crit from eaccea has occurred, and OGGHI was victorious. Wow, that was not a game I intended on seeing when I saw a 15-minute gold versus platinum level game. Or maybe it was exactly the kind of game I was hoping for. That was a really nice game. I love the use of Swarmhouse play by our friend OGGHI. OGGHI definitely displaying some of his pro strat skills with the Knighted Swarm and the Swarmhouse, and eaccea just couldn't capitalize on the weaknesses of this build. And the weaknesses of this build are you can't be everywhere at once, and frontal assaults will murder your face off. Looks like eaccea just couldn't make the magic happen, took too much damage from the Locust, didn't push out with these siege tanks, which would have assuredly helped a little bit, and just could not pressure OGGHI. But shoulda, coulda, woulda is the story of Starcraft. And everyone, thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. It helps me out more during my stream. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you are so inclined, and I'll probably get back to you on that. You can go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more daily Starcraft 2 content. What else is there? You can remail me your P-plays at Mr78. You can email me your replays at Mr79@outlook.com. Mr79@outlook.com. There we go. And remember, folks, the internet could always use more heroes.